Daryl, and this is a reading for LL. LL wants to know, hi, I'm curious about my health. I'd like to know, will I lose this weight and get healthy? Thank you. I love your YouTube channels. Your teaching skills are rocking. Thanks again. No problem. Cool. All right. LL, we drew Oracle card for you. Challenges ahead. So, it's going to be an uphill climb. By the way, many people ask, we're using This Might Hurt Tarot as well. We've got a lot of swords in this spread, sort of pointing me to the fact that there's a mental component to this. I don't think this is like an easy thing. I don't think it's where you're just going to pick up a salad and do some walking and just drop a lot of weight and get healthy, etc., etc. I think it's one of those things to where there's a mental component involved here. So start out with the Four of Swords, sort of that restless, sleepless type thing. And this reimagining of it actually is unusual because it points, you have that knife in the bed. It's almost like the resting is not really resting. The resting is sort of disturbed. So a lot of things are sort of disturbed. I think there's a mental component to this. It could be something that you experienced early on when you were younger. It could be some emotional thing that you haven't dealt with. But I think that getting healthy in your particular case is going to involve a bit of work. And the work is going to be the challenges ahead, right? Because it's never easy to just change everything. I think we're a species of habits, right? We're accustomed to doing this a certain way. We're accustomed to getting up at a certain hour. We're accustomed to dealing with situations in our own way, etc., etc. So it's one of those things to where you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to come to grips with that thing. And the Ace of Swords is sort of this new beginning as far as the mental component goes, right? So tackle the blockage. You want to get rid of that blockage. Get rid of that blockage over here. Get rid of this sort of the inner drama or whatever you have going on. And you need to figure out what it is. And a lot of times that's not very obvious because a lot of times you have something that happened early on or you have some emotional issue or something like that. And you're going to have to tackle that first. You're going to have to get rid of that sleeplessness type feel, and you're going to have to come to grips with that. And once you realize what it is and you find it, then it's time for the Ace of Swords. It's time to deal with it, right? Now it's time to deal. How do I deal with it? What type of situation was it? Do I need to talk to somebody? Do I need to read a book and learn how to deal with this particular emotion or this particular situation or the memory or something like that? I think once you do that with the Ace of Swords, you have that new beginning. You have that start, sort of a fresh start almost, where we're able to understand where the problem was over here. Now we're able to deal with it and start dealing with it and get rid of the blockage. So I think the next thing is to take the journey, right? The Six of Swords. We're still in the communication. We got the triple shot here, the 4-1-6, right? We got a 1-2, a 6. We got a 5 distance. That's going to be the challenge ahead. That's going to be where the challenge is. The number 5, never a good number. You just have the number 5 between these two, the difference between 1 and 6, etc. And you have to take that journey at some point and just head out. And the journey is going to be to find, there's literally 10,000 diets and stuff like that, but yours is not going to be a diet. Yours is going to be a lifestyle change. I know you've probably heard that over and over and over. Everybody hears that. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. But it's true, right? A diet is something that's going to be temporary. It's going to be an eating program that you do for a certain amount of time and then you stop. But a lifestyle change is the fact that you go and this is what you do. This is, you eat this in the morning, you eat this at night, you eat this at noon, etc. And you do these particular exercises and these. You're going to have to get in that flow and get in that commitment to doing something. And you don't have to jump into it right away, right? You could ease into it. Like when I was losing weight, I walked around the block once. And that was my exercise for the day. Keep in mind, I hadn't done exercise in forever. So I walked around the block once. And I did that for, like 3 days. And the next 3 days, I walked around the block twice, et cetera, et cetera. And then, eventually I was doing a lot of walking. So walking's nice, it's easy. it's good for you. It's easy. It's pleasant. It's not very challenging. Things like that. So it's an easy way to get some calories, out, kind of thing. Anyway, but yes, I mean, you can lose the weight. You have that control. Nobody's controlling you, right? Nobody's controlling you. I remember when I was losing weight and I was working 2 jobs, and I had to adjust my. So I had 2 breaks and a lunch. So I'd eat, and then I go walking around, and then 2 breaks, I go walking around. So it was a sedentary job. I mean, I wasn't doing manual labor or anything like that. So I was sitting down. So I used my breaks and walk around. I would just walk around the building. It was like this little building. I just walk around it. Some people thought I was crazy, I guess. Walk around the building. So I did that, and then, reduce the diet, modify the diet. You have to find the diet that works for you. You're going to have to find the lifestyle that works for you. Some diets are great, but they make you feel terrible. Some diets are great, but you don't lose any weight on them. Or, you're going to have to find your diet, right? You're going to find your lifestyle change. You have to find your food intake, what you feel comfortable with. Do you like cooking? If so, maybe you're cooking something. If you hate cooking like me, I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables and salads and that I fix in like 30 seconds, right? So it takes 2 minutes to make a salad, and I get ingredients that never go bad, like tomatoes. Little tomato, they never go bad. Like they'll last 3 weeks. So if I forget to go to the store, I forget to buy them, no problem. I'll use the tomatoes that I got. I mean, you have to find what's good for you, what you enjoy doing. You're going to have to adjust your lifestyle for that. But yeah, you have the 3 of Wands. It's your domain, right? You have the ability. It's your domain. You have the control. You have the ability. So yes, just, again, follow the plan. Figure out what the problem is. Figure out what the issue is. Tackle it. Come up with your plan and stick to it. I think everything will work out, and you'll be able to look back, and it would be weird being your old weight again, even thinking about it. Looking at pictures, you feel weird. You're like, I can't imagine myself being like that again. So, but yeah, after you get healthy, lose the weight and things like that, you're going to feel terrific, and you're going to have a different life than what you have now. I can tell you that for sure. But challenges ahead, you're going to have to deal with whatever this is first, or you're never going to be able to get to the end. So that is just my opinions and my readings, just my 2 cents here. As always, never make any major life modifications based upon what a fat man on YouTube tells you the cards look like. So thank you for watching. And if you, the viewer, have a question, email me. Down here in the description is an email address. Hit me up, and we'll get to you eventually. Thank you for watching.